Every year, Grace Cathedral chooses a theme, and our theme this year is the Year of Poetry. And today I want to talk about the poetry of Walt Whitman, one of the most important American poets who ever lived. Whitman was born in 1819, the same year that Henry David Thoreau was born, and Thoreau published his book Walden in 1854. Whitman published his book Leaves of Grass in 1855, and in November of 1856, the two of them met in Whitman's apartment in New York City. And the two of them, they were a little bit like oil and water. They almost didn't know what to say to each other. But Thoreau had an immense admiration for Whitman. He said that Whitman was the greatest Democrat who ever lived. And yet at the same time, Thoreau felt uncomfortable about a lot of Whitman's poetry. He felt like it was too sensual, it was too sexual, it was too physical. And that is indeed the case. Whitman is somebody who doesn't hold back in talking about his love for other men, for the physical functions of our body, and I can see how it can be difficult for people. At the same time, his thought and his poems are absolutely essential. At Grace Cathedral, we believe that every single person is loved by God without exception, just as they are. No need to change. And this is a fundamental idea, and it's an idea that's really simple to understand, and it's really hard to live out in practice. But Walt Whitman exemplified this idea in his poems. So I'm going to read just a brief excerpt from Song of Myself. I celebrate myself and sing myself, and what I assume you shall assume, for every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. I loaf and invite my soul. I lean and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass. My tongue, every atom of my blood, formed from this soil, this air, born here of parents, born here from parents the same and their parents the same. I, now 37 years old, in perfect health, begin, hoping to cease, not till death. Walt Whitman, a cosmos of Manhattan, the sun, turbulent, fleshy, sensual, eating, drinking, and breeding. No sentimentalist, no stander above men and women or apart from them, no more modest than immodest. Unscrew the locks from the doors, unscrew the doors themselves from their jambs. Whoever degrades another degrades me, and whatever is done or said returns to me. Through me, the afflatus, the divine spirit, surging and surging, through me the current and index. I speak the password primeval. I give the sign of democracy. By God, I will accept nothing which all cannot have their counterpart of on the same terms. I believe in the flesh and the appetites. Seeing, hearing, feeling are all miracles, and each part and tag of me is a miracle. Divine am I, inside and out, and I make holy whatever I touch or am touched from. These days we're hearing about laws that are outlawing drag shows in the South. We're hearing about trans people being excluded more and more from public life. Right now is the time when we need to hear Walt Whitman's message, that all people in their individuality, in their uniqueness, in their fleshiness, in who God made them to be, they are loved by God. We are loved by God. My name is Malcolm Clemens Young. I'm the Dean of Grace Cathedral here in San Francisco, California. Thanks for watching. More good news.